Boy, I must admit that I am wickedly wrong about this movie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. Musicals, the time for song and dance, and on most occasions, that is carried out through Broadway. But sometimes Broadway comes to the silver screen. That's right, we got an adaptation from Broadway. So did this adaptation live up to the hype? Or does it fall flat? That being said, let's talk movie. And this week, Wicked. Off rip, they hit you with the Wicked Part 1. You'll probably notice that if you look for this movie, it'll say the runtime 2 hours and 40 something minutes. 2 hours and 40 minutes for Part 1. Am I watching Dune? I'll admit, I have a few Broadway plays under my sleeve. But I hope Hollywood doesn't get into the habit of, oh, well, we can just have 3 hours and then if we kind of run over, just call it a Part 1. Because more movie solves everything, right? Right? Wrong. Draw 2. And speaking of it being over 2.5 hours, the pacing was there and at times kind of falling short. And around the 2 hour mark was when I was starting to feel restless, like my legs wanted to move. I needed something like some sort of action, or right as I thought that, I looked at my watch and I said, there's probably about an hour left. Then I look up at the screen, to be continued. What do I do now? There's nothing else to do. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo did a phenomenal job carrying this adaptation on their back, getting it down from the vocals, the acting, the dynamic that they share was just so off the chain. Speaking of Ariana Grande, for acting, she really put her heart out for this role. I remember seeing on TikTok or Twitter that she envisioned playing Glinda in an adaptation, and she knew the original Glinda. That was pretty cool. But for some reason, Hollywood likes to cast her as this airhead. All right, Ariana, you got 3 lines, and I want you to do it however you think. Wait, what are we doing? How did you know that was exactly what we were looking for? Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, or aka the Wicked Witch of the West, really added a lot of personal tones. You really empathize with this origin of the Wicked Witch of the West. And even she has her comedic quips and also her acts of defensiveness because she's, well, different. I feel like such an iconic role fulfilled by Idina Menzel for so long to be taken on as such a heavy burden, and I feel like Cynthia did an amazing job carrying the torch on to new heights. Jeff Goldblum is the wizard, who always an interesting character, always a complex character, but yet always delivers. Yes. Speaking of Oz and just the setting in general, this was spectacular. I genuinely felt immersed in every room, every atmosphere, whether we were in a train, a room, or the highest parts of the sky. I felt like I was in this world 100%. And speaking of Oz, there's so many homages to the original work of The Wizard of Oz and Wicked the musical on Broadway. And as a film guy, or as just someone who appreciates the performing arts in any medium that there is, I think it's always cool to pay respects and pay homage to all that came before, to make something new. I was reading an article where a couple movie theaters were actually warning viewers not to sing during the playing of the musical film. You gotta be kidding me. Not only that, but then you have The Rock going out and saying, well, it's a musical. If you want to sing, sing. Right you are, Mr. Rock Pebble Johnson. For once in both of our lives, we are on the same page. Good job. Speaking of the music, man, it is so good. And I mean, back-to-back musical numbers could kind of get you a little overwhelmed at times, but man, with the music and the actors and the choreography, they really put you in your seat for the ride of a lifetime. So if you are thinking about going to see Wicked, what are you waiting for? Grab some popcorn, grab some candy, and I'll be right here with you. And after that, you can come back here and watch more videos and be another proud member of the Sanctuary. Also, Only Oni, that's right, I still make clothes. Only Oni is having a Black Friday sale this week through Cyber Monday to join us for the 12 days of drops. So go to onlyoni.com and use code Aries for 15% off your order. And take advantage of the buy one, get one now. In case this movie loving lumber boy doesn't see you, good afternoon. good evening, and good night. Peace.